there was, besides the fiasco of the poster being revealed officially, which had Mario showing no cheeks, no ass whatsoever. Maybe that's pun intended on Nintendo's half why he's always after Peach, because he's really got no ass for himself. So of course he's always chasing the Peach, as in Princess Peach. I don't know, maybe that's a subtle little joke they thought of themselves, Miyamoto and all them over at Nintendo, but who knows. But as far as I know, let's touch on that first. Pause. We're not trying to talk about Mario's ass like we want to touch it, because he has no ass. None to grab, at least. So, listen, it's a teaser trailer we got. Nothing set in stone as far as what the story's about, let alone a glimpse or a peek at the whole movie in itself. We were waiting on bated breath to see if we were going to get even like a taste, pause, of what Mario had to say in Chris Pratt's voice. Because since Chris Pratt's been announced as Mario, it reminds me of, when Ben Affleck was announced as Batman back when, and he ended up being just fine. Or when, speaking of Batman again, Robert Pattinson announced as Batman, the Twilight boy. He's never even seen sunlight, so maybe in that sense he makes sense as Batman, because all he's seen is moonlight and bats. But still, he looks so puny and so decrepit or whatever too, and he turned out just fine. The Batman now confirmed sequel number 2, like a week from the movie being released in theaters, and everybody's all antsy and getting all fucking wet over Robert Pattinson doing it again with the Batman makeup under the fucking mask and shit too. Now we got Chris Pratt. Yes, it's absolutely a much harder sell with Chris Pratt this time around. I get it, because there was, besides the fiasco of the poster being revealed officially, which had Mario showing no cheeks, no ass whatsoever. Maybe that's pun intended on Nintendo's half why he's always after Peach, because he's really got no ass for himself. So of course he's always chasing the Peach, as in Princess Peach. I don't know, maybe that's a subtle little joke they thought of themselves, Miyamoto and all them over at Nintendo, but who knows. But as far as I know, let's touch on that first. Pause. We're not trying to talk about Mario's ass like we want to touch it, because he has no ass. None to grab, at least. So he could be Italian in that sense, but at least a good old-fashioned Italian man from Brooklyn, as he's always been hinted to be. At least from the Super Mario Brothers cartoon show. Rest in peace, Captain Lou Albano doing his thing as Mario. Always stressing about, the rigatoni being undercooked, or the spaghetti not getting slurped up fast enough by Luigi. Luigi in the cartoon was awesome, so I hope there's a hinting at least, a throwback to, from the guy doing the Luigi voice, of Luigi having like PTSD, ADHD, crippled by it behavior, like it did in the cartoon show. Mario, the rigatones are getting cold. We gotta go stop us some Koopas. We gotta go save the princess again, but what about the rigatone? It's undercooked. I'm gonna burn it. Leave it in the stove that long. Like, he used to be so stressed out in the cartoon, right? So, first things first, Mario having no ass. As far as I remember, and I can recall, from the cartoon, throughout histories with the game and the 8-bit, 16-bit version, there's no way to define Mario's ass. Okay, maybe on Super Nintendo, Super Mario World, you could kind of see like the default ass animation as far as what was drawn back there, but then it'd be covered up by the cape. When he's Tiny Mario, he has no ass. It's really just his feet, then his torso, then his like fat head with his fat nose and very prominent mustache, right? He grows into Big Mario. He's like kind of shaped like a potato. So like potatoes have like thicker bottoms, but they don't really have ass like that either. No Peach, right? Because he's always missing Peach. Peach is in another castle. Peach ain't back where his ass is supposed to be. It's always a never-ending journey with him, as far as his ass is concerned. So Mario has an asshole, but no meat to cover the asshole, or to protect it from like shit just falling out. So he don't even get turtle head poking out, most likely Mario. If anything, he gets, as soon as he got the runs or spicy meatballs or whatever, they're just coming straight out of him. He don't have to struggle like the rest of us do with like, what do you call it? What's it called when you can't shit? When you don't get enough fiber in you. I forgot already. Constipated. He don't get constipated, most likely, Mario. That Mario guy. But besides having no ass, I mean, listen, he did get some ass animated on him because he needed some for the ground pound in Mario 64. It wasn't like a crisply defined ass either. Like, the polygon graphics weren't really made to shape or favor anyone's ass like that. Everyone's ass was looking blocky and square. So there was not enough graphical power to define his ass crack either. So no ass there. Then there was Sunshine, everything else done, on the Wii and the GameCube and all that too. Mario was never recognized for his ass like that. But then again, there's really no ass to be shown off like that in the Mushroom Kingdom, because you got Peach, who's got a big ass bell-shaped dress, which doesn't even hint at ass. I mean, there was Mario 3D World when they all dress up in the cat suits, but then with the fabric and the padding back there, everyone is made to look like they got ass. Even, wait, was Toad a character? I forgot. Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, right? Who's the fourth guy? I think it's Toad. I'm not looking at Toad's ass because I refuse to believe that Toad has an ass, but then again, look at the oddity of it all. He's a mushroom human hybrid, but he's named Toad. There's no correlation between toads and mushrooms unless toads sit on mushrooms, I guess. I don't know too much about Toad history or lore like that. So Toad has no ass because he's a stumpy little thing with like a mushroom head and a mushroom stem for a body with feet and just barely any eyes on him. Luigi don't have no ass because he's long and lanky. Princess Daisy, if she's supposed to be Spanish, I think they've hinted at she might be. Maybe she's Puerto Rican or something. She better have some ass. But then you've seen her in the tennis outfits and the Mario sports and all that too, and she's got like nothing back there either. Like, they both got popsicle sticks for legs and no cheeks predominant back there either. So they definitely don't believe in leg day or squat day. They would fail at Instagram, Princess Daisy and Princess Peach, because they'd have no bent over row tips to post daily on Instagram, so they'd have close to no followers. I mean, pretty faces get you so far, but a great body will fucking probably do you better because, there's something to grip on and fuck, which a lot of guys are after anyway. You can only fuck a face so much because it's pretty, but then you're more interested in the snatch, the gash, the clit, the slit, all that too. That's disgusting to have to talk about Princess Daisy and Peach like that, but you know what I mean. I'm getting to the point here. And it makes you think too, Mario's got no ass, so he's not a real catch either, or Luigi, but he's always on the hunt to the next castle, to go out to Bowser, to get back Peach, which Peach, at the most we've seen her do is kiss him on the cheek and make him a fresh pie, which, I could get from my mother, Peach. I don't need all that treatment from who I'm supposed to be seeing on a regular like that, who's supposed to be my other half, my better half. Whatever they are, too. Are they? No. If anything, like I've said before, too, in past episodes, Mario might be a cuck, because if Peach is that easily kidnapped by Bowser, of all things, Bowser's definitely got like a big fat fucking dragon cock, a BBC on him, or BBDC, big black dragon cock. He's taking Peach to Pound Town. Daisy might be in and out the door too, but then she's too much spicy Latina vibes to even be like tolerated by King Koopa, Bowser like that. So he's like, nah, I'll just focus on Peach. It's a lot less of a headache dealing with Daisy's fucking neurotic ass. So they do that, and then when Mario finally finds him at the end of the game, every version of it too, and finally rescues Peach, it's like, Peach is like, thank you. Let me make you a cake and do nothing with you whatsoever. Or maybe they've been together that long, or maybe they don't even have that flame no more. No pun intended, with Bowser being made of fire and being a dragon and shit too, or a big-ass turtle dragon hybrid, whatever. But I digress. So back to the Mario Brothers movie. There's the poster fiasco, which I'm going to side with. Listen, they made Mario, dare I say, look so cute with the rounding and the widening and the biggening of the features, as we saw in the trailer, where he looks more Italian than ever, but he also does have the facial structuring of somebody who would have no ass whatsoever. So we'll just leave that alone right there. Mario's ass discussion is done as far as we're concerned right now. But there's also the fact that the trailer now, listen, again, I've said Donkey Kong, no, not Donkey, not yet at least. I meant to say Jack Black. Bowser did a good job, sounds good so far, so it's very promising. The visuals, the graphics used for the Mushroom Kingdom looks great, fantastic, so that's a plus, that's a bonus. Toad was good. Peele from Key and Peele, that's him, so he did good with that, that's great. But the saddest part of it all is, besides Chris Pratt really phoning in the Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. where he's like half-assing the delivery of whether or not he's supposed to be doing maybe a throwback to the Mario Brothers cartoon show with Lou Albano, the Brooklyn-esque kind of Italian accent going on there or not. There was the "Where am I?" plain and as dry as possible, delivered the first opening line while we're waiting there with like bated breath to see like what's he gonna say? Is he gonna talk? Are we gonna hear him talk? Actually, is it gonna cut away to like title credit screen, whatever too? We heard him talk, it's like, oh, you're just Chris Pratt pretending to be quote unquote Mario, Betty had said. Besides all that, listen, I'm not going to say too much about that too. Besides, I'm a fan of Chris Pratt. I like Chris Pratt. I liked him in Parks and Recs. I loved him as Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of other stuff he's done, very promising in Jurassic World, but then we got 2 and 3, which weren't that great. So like, god damn it, he fucked something up already, kind of. Not his fault entirely, but he was a part of the failing, operation, which was replenishing, revitalizing the franchise, which was Jurassic Park / World. So I'll leave that alone because, again, it's only 2 lines, 10 words barely, so we can't really fully judge on it yet. And like they said, we're supposed to get another trailer in time for the holidays, so sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which I'm going to put my money on this. I'm going to say probably what we can expect is, because it's the holidays, if they didn't get the kids already, but most likely they got the kids at heart, aka the adults, looking forward to a Mario movie their whole lives like yours truly and so many others, they're probably going to go for the cute factor during the holidays because that's the time to sell. Always be closing, pretty much like Glengarry, Glen Ross, I meant to say, vibes. So that's probably when they're going to introduce, maybe, I'm guessing here, Yoshi. It's debatable as to whether Yoshi will talk because he did talk in the cartoons, but he never talked in the games or anything too. He was like Mario, just Yahoo! And all that shit. We'll see that. I'm going to say maybe Donkey Kong for the sense of the humor aspect. I'm still waiting to see if Seth Rogen will get away with at least one banana / bong reference or getting high off bananas, smoking bananas kind of joke. We're definitely going to get riddled with the Seth Rogen laugh because he's going to fucking infuse that as Donkey Kong, and Miyamoto-san and all them probably thought it was hilarious too. So we'll definitely get that. We'll probably get more Toad for the cute factor as well. Maybe not as far as Peach is concerned. I would say probably more towards not. Maybe they'll leave it towards the end or the trailer before the release of the official movie. I don't think we get Wario or any other guys until, again, the movie itself or maybe teaser trailer right before the film's release. It's hard to say. It's hard to really configure. But also, there's a lot of good to take away besides Chris Pratt's lazy-ass Mario, lethargic-ass Mario in the trailer we got so far. And most likely seems like the performance. I'd say we're still 6 months away from the release of the film in April. There's still plenty of time to do over the voices. Or maybe this was a teaser as far as like, let's see how it tests with the audience. If it's overwhelmingly bad, kind of like how they reacted with Ugly Sonic in the first Sonic movie trailer, we'll have to go back and change it. But it'll be a lot easier, I would assume, with like voice acting because it's just a matter of, okay, Chris, you're not leaving the studio until you either sound like an Italian Brooklyn plumber with some sort of life in him, infused in him, traveling through pipes and shit, or we got to figure out something else. We got to tweak or auto-tune your shit to make you sound more Mario-esque, authentic-like to the fucking franchise, too. You don't know at this point. I would think it'd be easier to go that route if need be. But also, there's the fact that it's also dividing us as far as fans are concerned because there's a lot of people, funny enough, on YouTube, like bloggers, reporters, or whatever you call them, that like their main thing is gaming or they're supposed to be the experts. A lot of them are getting a lot of shit wrong, surprisingly enough. I heard one reviewer, his reaction video to the thing was like, oh, this is going to erase from history the 80s Mario movies. Like, you love Mario. You play plenty of Mario games on your fucking stream. This is a big deal. And they even said themselves 30 years since the release of the first one, too. Where the fuck are you doing the math so wrong? Or are you that fucking old that you're getting the 1980s version of Mario, whatever the fuck? No, there wasn't. It was 1993. It was bad enough to remember 1993's version of the Mario Brothers movie, which fucking sucked. So there's no trying to hide that and no trying to put your thumb to the sun and cover yourself from that shit. No. There's also the fact that a lot of reporters, experts in this genre, gaming's concerned, are like, wait, it's a trailers for the movie, but why didn't we get any Peach, Wario, Yoshi, all this and all that, one world, one scene? It's a teaser trailer, you fucking dicks. It's a teaser. It's a hint. It's a taste, barely, of what you are going to get with the movie itself 6 months from now, too, mind you. They said that. They said that in the poster. They said that in the post on Twitter leading up to the reveal of the poster. Teaser trailer. World premiere teaser trailer at New York Comic-Con on Nintendo Direct Live, October 6th, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Teaser trailer. A lot of people chose to forget that shit. Again, asking for where's Yoshi, where's Donkey Kong. We've been told that whoever else and all them two are going to be in it. Not yet, you fucking dicks. You got to fucking wait. And then the kicker is, I get this too. I understand. Why couldn't they use Charles, the OG voice of Mario from all the games? I get it. I'm upset by it too. But here's the sad fact of life. And as far as Mario's concerned, you cannot make a movie of an hour and a half worthwhile, almost 2 hours, however long it's going to be when it ends up releasing, of just, Yahoo, wee-hee, thank you for playing my game, yeah, all that too. No disrespect to Charles. Absolutely none. We could get him if they got Wario, but then Wario, I would assume, has to talk too. He's not going to do, impossible, oh my God, or whatever else Wario does in the game. He's got to be, fleshed out as far as, talking's concerned. But you can't have Charles do 2 hours almost of just Mario voice. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. It's not going to be sensical. One guy even said, why not just make him mute in that case? That could work. Mario doesn't have to talk. But then there's also the fact that Yoshi might or might not talk. There's also the fact that Mario, yes, we've known him for forever and a day now to only make sounds and or quips, if anything. Yes, he's spoken a cartoon, but now you can't retain a child's attention. We're not that, downgraded as far as humans are concerned, where we only communicate in grunts or sounds or Yahoo kind of thing. No, we still have to express emotion, even if we're limited to like the TikTok format of like a minute or less to grab your attention, or 30 seconds or less. We still got to like actually talk. We got to verbalize and communicate that way. Because if we don't, we really are reforming back to the times of the caveman in that sense. I mean, everybody is already kind of hunched over already from looking at their phones all the goddamn time too, while walking down the street, which you shouldn't be fucking doing, mind you. But listen, if we have a movie, we need the character to talk. We're not watching black and white films. I love Charles. I got all the respect for Charles, the OG voice of Mario. I'm hurt that he didn't get casted, or at least give him lines that make sense so he can do it. They wanted to go the Hollywood route. They got big enough names to do these odd choices for the voices of the characters in the movie. Let's see what happens. It looks beautiful at least. At least they kept kind of faithful to how the characters look, because they're having a fucking field day doing that shit. If you're upset about the Black Little Mermaid, I was kind of scratching my head and wondering why, because it's like, there's never been anything implying that a mermaid has to be white or black or whatever, and I'm not going to watch it anyway. Not because I don't want to support a Black Little Mermaid, but because I don't give a shit about a fucking mermaid movie. I'm not that much of a kid. But I was a kid when Mario came out and mattered and made his fucking print on the video game industry and helped it fucking be as big as it is today. But I am kind of hurt. Yes, absolutely, I agree with you out there, those of you that want a Charles to do it, or someone else that could do an Italian Brooklyn plumber accent to do it. But we're not getting that. Unfortunately, we're getting Chris Pratt to do it. I would hope, again, still, there's 6 months until the movie drops. They said in the fucking Nintendo Direct Live that they were still in like the final stages of production, right before they're about to be done and be ready to transfer the film and like upload it to the fucking cloud to get it ready to send out to the movie theaters or whatever. I don't know how fucking movies work nowadays. I'm just saying. But he could redo the lines. He could redeliver them if they're that bad. I'm saying maybe it was a test to see how we feel, how we react. They'll probably see that we're like minutes removed from the trailer debuting or being released on Twitter, YouTube, all that, and they see the backlash. Chris Pratt sucks. This is terrible. This is horrible, whatever. Maybe they'll do something about it. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed or pipes crossed or whatever you believe in. It doesn't matter. But the point is, if this goes good, Nintendo already bought, I forget the name of the studios. They redubbed it Nintendo Pictures. Most likely, if this does really good, if it blows Sonic 2 out of the water with like the 400 or 500 million made in theaters, I don't know about $1 billion. It could inch towards it. It could get close to it, but it'll do really good. If it goes above $500 million, I could see definitely a Mario series already like halfway done after the release of the movie, which will be fully done within a year's time. And if they got Nintendo Pictures, they'll probably make it exclusive to just Nintendo online services because everybody's got a streaming service nowadays. Believe me, my wallet knows that shit. My auto pay knows that. Maybe Nintendo will start their own exclusive to Nintendo titles and entities. Maybe we'll finally get like Legend of Zelda movies. Maybe we'll finally get a F-Zero X series, cartoon, whatever, exclusively through Nintendo's online service. And then we get one more we gotta fucking subscribe to because it's Nintendo. And then we get more games, hopefully based off if like a Kid Icarus film does good or, you know, a Kirby film does good. We'll get more games after the fact too. I don't know. It opens a lot of floodgates. It opens a lot of shit. But the real horror about it all, now it being Halloween Havoc 2022, brought to you by me, Who This, here on AhhFuGGiT. The real terror is how divided the Mushroom Kingdom has become as far as its fans are concerned and as far as all these kids at heart / grown adults concerned, more than the fucking kids. Because the kids right now are too busy sticking their fingers up their noses and wondering who the fuck is Mario and why isn't he fixing the plumbing in the back of the fucking the house because it's already clogged up because I filled it up with the whole toilet roll this time, Mom, and flush that shit out and clean it too and get to work and keep the working man employed. At least the Italian Brooklyn plumbers out here that ain't getting so high off of probably mushrooms and or that heavily induced sack of weed with fentanyl probably or something. He got so high, fell asleep, and now we got Mario in the Mushroom Kingdom from the 80s. I bet you I'm still going to stick to my guns with this as far as it's concerned. Miyamoto, if not him, the people around him got him so high, they all dreamt up the Mushroom Kingdom as well and said, fuck it, let's just make an Italian from Brooklyn. He's a plumber. He got too high. He fell into another world and died, but his memory lived on in the Mushroom Kingdom, all thing. And then you got the Mario Brothers franchise. However many fucking years later since Mario's been invented. I'm Who This. This is AhhFuGGiT. This is Halloween Havoc 2022, of course, brought to you by me. The real horrors, the real things to be scared of this time around. Spooky season, October. Gonna be dropping a whole bunch of shit as far as what you really need to be fearing for once in your fucking life for real this time.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.